Good morning, Jersey. You woke up this morning? How are you? There's a lot of stuff happening out there in the streets today. I'm not sure anybody's going to come visit us this morning. How have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. To be quite fair, I'm feeling very tired. Ugh, I was looking at some news to talk about today. There's not much going on with the with the royals. I don't know what's happening. They only did one little thing because they're on spring break with their children. But there's other stuff with Queen Elizabeth, so we can talk about that later. Are you enjoying the weather? The bipolar weather? Good morning, Ocean. It is absolutely. You've seen me more stressed than ever. Yeah. Good morning, Jarella. Because it is stressful. I was going to talk about it. I was going to talk about it. Tater, good morning. Um, I knew it would be stressful though. I knew that going into it was going to be a busier office and a different crowd and stuff. Hi, Brad. Good morning. So, more stuff like crazy nonsense happened this week that I'm just like, I actually asked I text because he doesn't come in on Thursday. I text my boss and I said, am I being punked? Like, am I being punked? Good morning, Lilith. How are you? So, since I started, I've lost two doctors for sure. One cut his hours and then just sent us an email that his wife got a residency in Allentown, PA, which is like 2 hours away, maybe an hour and a half. So he's leaving. So now I just have one doctor and one and a half doctors. The other doctor comes in Fridays and Saturdays. So we're looking for a doctor. My one assistant is out on medical leave. Um, Nobody's doing what they're supposed to do. And we're trying to find a doctor and an assistant. So I needed somebody at the front, and he sends me once my contract's up. So he sends me, he's like, I got somebody for the front desk for you. I'm like, that's great. I can finally start doing my job. Ugh. He hired a dentist he hired a foreign trained dentist. It was he's a doctor in India, but he doesn't have any of the American licenses, so he can't practice here. So he hires him to do the front desk. He doesn't know anything. He worked in another country. He doesn't know ADA codes. He doesn't know the insurance laws. He doesn't know any of that. And he sits right here. He's like right here in my face when I'm like showing him things. That's got to immediately stop. I told my boss that yesterday. He's like, I noticed that when I was talking to him today, he got real close. I said, well, yeah, we need to, stop that. And I joked and I said, my husband doesn't even get that close. It's just a shit show. But, Jersey, I told my husband that I pray every day and there's a reason for me to be at this office. There really, truly is a reason. And I feel it. I feel like I should be there. A fill in doctor for fill ins. Drill and fill. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how long this is going to last. Um, as far as the actual office is concerned, I'm not quite sure how we're going to be able to survive with what's been going on. So it does exhaust me. I am exhausted. Like when I come home, I'm in bed by 8 o'clock. Legitimately, my eyes are closed at 8 o'clock. But I love the patients. I go in and I'm like, I'm there like every day they tell me that like they love me every single day. It's every day they're telling me that oh Brad, thank you. Happy Caturday. What's it say? That office may need you more than you need it, but it might be a place where well God is working. That's what I'm thinking, Jarella. That's what I think. I keep telling them exactly I have a purpose there. And there's been quite a few times I've come home. Um Mr. Kazi doesn't want me there. Just point blank period. He does not want me there. He said, like, you gotta get out. I don't care about the money. We'll figure something out. You gotta get out. And I keep telling him, I'm like, it's in my heart that I go. It's in my heart that I'm here. Um, and there's like quite a few challenges, and I'm getting quite a lot of resistance. And on the way to work, my pastor's on. I tell you guys, I said this 1,000 times. I listened to my pastor on the way in because like the radio station, they have like a time slot, 7:30. So I listened to my pastor and we're in Second Corinthians, right? And the this the service, like, the teaching was that, don't like you can't do business with someone that's not, of the same faith. Good morning, Stephanie. Right. So the crazy people, they're all crazy. I deal with crazy people no matter where I go. So I was thinking, well, maybe that's why. But then here's the other thing. He keeps asking me about Christianity and like asking me to pray and like what he should do and this kind of thing. And I'm like, well, maybe that's why I'm there. Maybe I'm there because, he's learning and I could put him in the right direction. I don't know. All I know is that when I pray that if there's, if I'm supposed to be somewhere else, to please let me know. And I keep coming back. No, it's not good for me. It's not good for me. It's definitely not. I mean, I know this. I am exhausted. I do. But I really and you can't let people dictate what you want. I know. And it's not that I pray about it. But and sometimes I go in and I think, what adventure am I going to have today? Because it is always an adventure. Like, why would you hire somebody that doesn't know anything and put them at the front desk? I have things I have to do, like in very important things I have to do. And every time I open up one thing that like is on my job description, there's a huge entire I told him, I said yesterday, I said this onion's huge. Every time I go to a different layer, there's just more. It's ridiculous. So maybe I'm there to help clean it up. Maybe I'm there to help get it on its feet. I don't know. But I am stressed. It is stressful. It is definitely stressful. And the doctor that I really like is leaving. And I'm like, oh man, what the heck? So Monday, remember when we did the raspberry curd last week? Thanks for joining me in the kitchen the last couple of weeks. I have Mr. Kazi wanted we like the shop right here has pre-made burgers. And he's like, I want some pre-made burgers. I said, all right. It's just meat. It's not like there's any spices in it, but I don't know. It's really good. So I have the week off. He wants the burgers, so I just have to throw them in the oven, and he wanted me to get him a turkey breast, so I just gotta base that like, there's no prep this week, I'm so excited. Well, except for scrambled eggs, but that's no big deal. Um, Mr. Cosby wants the Shake Shack. Yeah, so I don't have much to do in the kitchen this week except just do the scrambled egg wraps. He likes that. Um, Stephanie, did I say good morning to you? Like, that's where my head is. I can't even remember. I just saw you come in. Good morning, doll. I hope how did the inspection go? So the curd that we made, I last Saturday, we need a Kimmy in the Kitchen series. So last Saturday when we were making all that stuff, I, got all my stuff together for, the Easter and stuff like that. And I got my brother and we had like, our little Easter thing. No big deal. Um, I made the Jewish apple cake for the guys. Didn't I forget I cut it in half to give half to my brother? Didn't I forget to give my brother that? So Mr. Kazi had to drive it over to him Monday morning because there was no way we could have a whole cake in the house. Plus all the other stuff I made, like the little coconut pudding things. So Sunday, while the boys were, just relaxing and watching whatever they were watching, I decided to make the lemon cupcakes. So I made the lemon cupcakes and I put the raspberry curd in there and I, did everything. And curd sounds funny. I took them into work and everybody was very excited. They were very excited and they love them and now they want more this week. And I'm like, no, 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 we don't do that. We don't do that. Kim's not going to be baking every week. Like that'll be a surprise. You guys will, I'll treat you guys when I see fit. Okay. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, I tell you. But they really enjoyed them. And I used a different cake and like I used a different recipe for the cake. And I was like, I don't know if this is going to be right. They were okay. But I always beat myself up when it comes to the recipes. So that's that. I don't have much to do. And I was asked out on a date. Mr. Kazi can't, he loved my cooking. So Tuesday and Thursdays, I don't have a doctor. So I just do admin day. So I went to work on Tuesday and I go to text Mr. Kazi in the morning that I arrived to work, on time and alive. And I said, "Oh shit, I forgot my phone." So I went in the office and I called him and I was like, "I forgot my phone. It's no big deal. I don't need it. I just text email my boss and tell him that I forgot my phone. And if he needs me, call me on the phone." He's like, "No, I'm going to bring your phone up." I said, "No, I don't want you to. Like sometimes just not having your phone is a good thing." So I love cheese curds from Culver's. Special treat when I can get them. I heard about them. I never had them though. Same ocean. Jelly donuts from the bakery are the best. Well, that's good. Only minor stuff. I only had a couple of minor things too, and then they were responsible for it, not me. So I was like, um. So see, I was forget. Oh, so he comes in and thanks, Lilith, because I was like, where the hell was I? Um, he gives me my phone. He brought me a coffee, and he tells me he's like, will you go on a date with me this weekend? I said, what? He's like, yeah, like get all dolled up and, zhuzh yourself up. And I said, what? He's like, I'm serious. Let's go out on a date Saturday. So I was like, oh, okay. But then we decided that we're gonna go to brunch tomorrow. So we're gonna watch our service and then we're gonna go to brunch. But he wants me to zhuzh myself up. And I'm like, well, after like in the morning, am I gonna want to like do all the makeup and stuff like that? Good morning, Granny. Granny, things are happening, aren't they? I was personally affected by what's going on, so I know it's sad, but Oh, I'm glad to see ya. There's no drama over here. Just thinking about you. Virtual hugs. This too shall pass. But so he wants me to get judged up. So we're gonna go on a date. I told him, I said, you know what? Let's go to. And I'm not. We have all these freaking gift cards. We got to use the gift cards. I said, why not go to the Cheesecake Factory? Because one, we have the gift cards, and two, they have a really good brunch menu, smaller than the regular menu. Oh, well, just okay. Have a seat. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I won't say anything. So anyway, um, we're gonna go to brunch tomorrow. So I'll like shower and then, we'll get all ready and then we'll do service and then we'll go. So that's that. I'm going on a date because he kept, when he was down and out, he was like, hey, do you want to order something for dinner so you don't have to cook? And I'm like, no, no. Like a few weeks in, I said, I want to go out to dinner. I want to be served. I want someone to take away the dishes and I want someone else to do the dishes. Like I want to go out. And that sounds really terrible. It sounds selfish, but I that's what I wanted. I was like, I don't want if we ordered something, I'd still have to like, take it up, make sure he was done, take it back down, do all the dishes. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to actually go sit somewhere. So he's taking me out tomorrow. Uh so I'm looking forward to that. That'll be good. That'll be good. And I don't have that much prep to do this weekend. That's awesome. So that's my weekend. Anybody else got anything planned? It's starting to get you deserve to be served. I know that sounds so like that sounds like it just coming out of my mouth. It sounds terrible, but you guys know when you go to that's like the whole, what makes it fun to go out to eat is like the whole experience and not having to do anything except pick what you want to eat, you know? Listen, I was a server. I know that that job's hard. I could never do it now. I wasn't good then, and I wouldn't be great now. That's for sure. And I'm older, so I'll probably tell people off. I'm going to step away for a while. I need to build a blanket for it and cry for a minute or two. I will be okay and I'll be back. I'm keeping my. Aw, thank you, Granny. Listen, when you need to step away, you step away and protect yourself. And the nonsense will still be here when you get here. But you will be missed because I love when you come in and say hello. But definitely take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. We'll be here. We'll be here on Caturday having coffee and talking crap. 20 days till you quit your job. So much cleaning, packing to do. Closing is coming up fast. Working on basement this weekend. Ooh, it does come up as soon as you find it and you're like, in the process of everything. I felt like as soon as I made my promissory payment, that was it. The next day I was at the table. I said, oh my word. Oh my word. Here we are. Brad, I asked this before and I don't know because I was cooking if I missed your comment, but are you quitting like for real or are you quitting for a season and then you're going to go back to work? You don't have to tell us because that's personal information, but I feel like you're kind of one of those that doesn't stop working. Like you just have to work. 16 months. You stay cool too. You stay cool too. Figuratively and literally, because I think it's getting hot everywhere. Quitting hazmat transport. Okay. So we're still gonna be getting tours of the country, right? Or are you gonna take a little break? You deserve to take a little break. You deserve that. I think you deserve that. take a little break, go visit go visit blacks, have you go grocery shopping and all of that nonsense. So 35 days to your California vacation. All right. You deserve a vacation. Brad's always going crazy places, though, Jersey. You see what he puts out there? Mr. Kazi's been watching the stuff he puts out, and he tells me all the time, he's like, wow, that's really cool that it's like, he's putting that stuff out on, doing videos and stuff so we can see what's out there. Because we're still talking about our road trip. Definitely still doing the road trip. So anyway, where's everybody been? What are you watching on the tubes? Because there's so much popping off on the YouTubes. I am I am like there's the obvious of what's going on recently. I watched. Oh, I'll finish it. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Lilith, and then we'll get into the YouTube stuff. Um, Mr. Kazi went to the doctor on Thursday by himself. He's driving. He can drive because it's his left foot that was in the boot. He can drive, so he took himself to the doctor. I was on the phone when they were together because I couldn't go. And the doctor pulled him out of the boot. He has to wear compression socks now, and he's able to apply pressure. So he's walking. Hi, Andre. He's walking. What he said he feels like a weeble wobble because now he's wobbling on the other side, but he's walking. And he he's up and doing stuff like today. He said, I'm doing my chores, which is like he's always done like the trash on Saturdays, like all of like got everything together, like, whatever. We take trash out during the week, don't get me wrong. But like he completely cleans out the cat box and does all that stuff. So he's down there doing his chores now. And he's walking. He was able to do shower by himself. So he's really doing good. I'm very happy for him. Hi, Edna. Welcome in. He is healing up. He is healing up. And I've noticed because I've been watching the since day one, I've been on wound duty. It was real gnarly. It was really gnarly. I got myself through it. I didn't complain, but it was gnarly. And the other day when he came out of the shower, I was telling him, I'm like, I don't know if you need like any more band-aid, like antibiotic, like the ointment and the band. I don't think you need it anymore because it looks really good. He's like, well, I'll trust you. And then the next day he went to the doctor and the doctor's like, yeah, you don't need to do that anymore. So that's where he's at. He's doing stuff. Lady Autumn, you're listening while you're on a break, and it'd be working overtime. It's the final countdown for everyone. We're mailing ours on the 14th. It's already done. We picked it up. It's just got to go in the mail. But doesn't it suck like when you work your ass off and then you get your taxes done? And they're like, yeah, you owe X amount of dollars. Like I think like $168, I think is I'm not sure. It's not a lot of money. But I'm like, what the frig? Like what the frig? 100? Like come on. We don't pay enough. Anyway, so hey, whatever. But we're good, you citizens. We pay our taxes. Gerald, when I was single, that ink didn't dry. The ink did not dry on my before I had it done and out. But I never really got too much back because I was single and I didn't have any like or dependents and like, I didn't have anything to write off. Now at least I have a house I can like, put that stuff towards. Oh, and he does. He gets it stamped. Mr. Kazi's on that stuff. and he takes a picture of it to prove it. That's what I do. I hold like $50 a pay or something like that. It's just whatever. If I don't break even, I owe a little bit. We got a lot back this year. Thank you. That's awesome. That is awesome. I've had like I'm proud of everybody, but see, here's the thing. Like I'm in a Edna's gonna have a fit on this one because I have a fit. But I literally have overheard conversations in my waiting room where people have been on the phone to be like asking if they can borrow each other's kids. Well, you had the kid last year. And I'm not talking about spouses. I'm not talking about spouses. Like when a couple gets, divorced or whatever, one year they take the kids, the other year the other one takes it, because they belong to them. No, no, no. They share kids in my area for tax reasons. And I don't know how that works. I can't wrap my brain around that. I don't want to wrap my brain around it. But I hear the conversations and I'm thinking, oh dear. Oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh my. Hi, Frankie Friday. Good morning. Is that Frankie? Yeah, Frankie Friday. I didn't know if it said Freaky Friday or not. Good morning. It's terrible, Drill. Like the things that I hear in my office, I'm just like, oh, how? Don't be coming to me about like, how blessed you are. 'Cause you're not doing the right thing. I had full custody of my daughter, best years of my life were the just me and my kid. Dang it, I did it. Yes. Then you got married. We files we filed separately, but whatever. I don't even know why we do that, but whatever. Anyway, 120 days required of kids staying at the house to have joint custody. Right, I don't know what these people are doing. I don't know what they're doing. Like, I'm telling you, this is the conversations that go on. I have the little old ladies that come in and eat dentures, and they sit up there and they talk to me forever, and I just love it because I love listening to them. And they tell me about their like, their health problems. And there's my one little friend, I love her. We'll call her DR. I tell her the day we had the blizzard, that Sunday, I took the schedule home for the following day because I knew if I had to call people, I'd call them. Because some people still travel in a blizzard to go to the dentist and then yell at you because you were closed. So I took this, and she was one of my ladies on the phone. We gabbed and gabbed and gabbed for 15 minutes. She said, I'm in the middle of the store right now because I told her, I said, you need to get that protein, that yogurt I was telling you about. Because she, like, she needs dentures. She don't have teeth. So I was telling her what foods to buy to get her protein because she said she was losing weight. So I was like, you got to keep yourself healthy. So I was telling her all these little things to get. And so she was right in the middle of the store talking to me on the phone. We were gabbing and gabbing and gabbing. She is so cute. You missed your cats. Yes. Jarella, that's why I sit there and I talk to them. She's got plenty of family around her. And she said, I love you guys so much. She got her daughter to come in. She got her sister to come in. Her sister comes in. She's talking to me. She's just, they're both old ladies. Her sister's like, I'm having back surgery. I'm so nervous. I said, it's okay. You'll be fine. What's happening? So she told me, and she had the same surgery I did, the laminectomy. I said, I had that. I said, you're going to be totally fine. I said, the first couple of days when you're out of surgery, you're going to be feeling like, you know, wobbly, of course. But I'm telling you, you're going to be running marathons. And she's like, do you promise? I said, well, I mean, that's what happened to me. So, hi, Val. So she's, so now every time I talk to DR, I'm like, how's your sister doing? So she tells me all about what's going on. Like, she's like, I don't know. It doesn't look like it's healing right. It looks gnarly. I said, well, I can't see it and I am not a doctor, but I'm sure she's going to be fine. And then she's telling me about the nurses not coming to the house on time. It's just this whole big thing. Little old ladies. They're always complaining about something, but they have to tell you everything, right? I wouldn't have it any other way, which is why I feel like that's why I'm in this office. Because she said that nobody's ever talked to her like that. Nobody's ever remembered her. I said, "How can you?" I call her my superstar. I make her feel special. I know, Andre. I hate those. I not. I was going to say I hate those patients. I don't hate those patients, but I hate those scenarios. And when you call to ask them to come in for their 6 month, and then they're like, "I'm sorry, they passed away like 3 weeks ago," and I'm like, "I'm so sorry," and then you have to put the deceased on the file. Oh, I hate that. And now I love my little old ladies. I love them. They go out there and they tell me everything, and then they start trying to tell me how to make collard greens, and I'm like, "Dr. Look at me. You think I'm going to be able to make that?" I said, "I'll come to your house and you can cook them for me." They crack me up. I love them. I just absolutely adore her. I love her. She got her dentures. I said, "You make sure I come in the back to see them dentures. You ain't walking out of this office looking like, looking, you're not going to walk out of here without looking like a superstar." So she did. She told her, "Go get Kim." So I went in the back. I looked at her. I said, "Nope." She said, "I didn't think so either." Okay. And she said, I told him, I said, "You're going to send them back and have them remade." So she said, "I knew I loved you." I'm not letting people walk around looking like that. No way. I worry about that for us because we don't have kids. I worry if something happens. That's Jarella. That's me and my help situation. Thank you, Lila. That's my. I know. We don't have anybody. We don't have anybody. And then he keeps telling me, he hopes I go first because he doesn't think I'm going to be able to live without him. Which is, it's obviously that's true. I don't, I'm not going to know what the hell to do with myself. But I don't want to become part of. I mean, and when you're older, do you become part of the state? Like, do you become the state's possession or something? Like, if you're older and you got to go into a home, what the? That's why I feel like I'm gonna work for the rest of my life. He's so romantic. Well, he did mean it in a good way. He really did. He meant it like, he doesn't want, he wants to know that, like, because he knows where I'm going. I'm going to be taken care of once I go. But he doesn't want me, you know. I'm in the middle of caffeine and additives detox. It's rough, but worth it. Are you, Val? First one to go is the lucky one. Yeah, Brad. Yeah, because then you're left. Yeah, it's hard. It's difficult. But listen, it's a journey that none of us are getting out alive. That statistic has never been beat. Just there's no human that has ever lived forever in America. You would be lucky to die earlier than to outlive your money. I know. Back to coffee. Listen, I could be doing all kinds of drugs. I don't even drink the wine anymore. I didn't drink the wine before my weight loss surgery, let alone, I mean, every once in a while I did. That one time on Valentine's Day I got loaded, but I haven't gotten loaded since then, and now I can't really. That's always what I say. Lady Autumn, privilege agent is a privilege not many get. But you know, let's not talk about that. In June, I am 2 years zero booze. Both, so a lot of people like in the support thing. All right. Well, I had to see my nurse practitioner this week to go. So I said, she's like, "Well, how's your hair?" That was the first thing she asked, and I was like, "It's okay. It's not coming out in clumps like it is, but it's still coming out, but not dramatically anymore." So that's true. It does stop falling out, which is great. And then I was just bitching. I'm like, blah blah blah. She's like, but you have to stop worrying about the number. I said, I know. I just want to bitch about it. I don't really care too much about it. I just want to bitch about it. Let me bitch. And she left. So it is time for me to buy new clothes. I wore a pair of jeans on Thursday to work. No, Tuesday. I wore a pair of jeans to work because it's admin day and I can. And they were very loose. So it's time for me. I'm going to buy one pair of jeans. I do need new bras and some new, undergarments, which is good. That's like we're heading in the right direction. Not as, small as I thought, but, you know, I'm good. Poshmark, you can get nice things there too. Yeah, but I don't want to buy my underwears through there. But that's a good idea for jeans. And then I also saw like a really good sale at Lane Bryant, and I'm like, well, they'll last a while. Hi Krista. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm not buying tops because I'm a t-shirt girl and I have my t-shirts and they were tight. Now they're fitting. And if they're a little loose, that's okay. So I still have time for that. But yesterday, I went to the store last night after work. Like I went food shopping, and then he's working from home. So he's like, tell me when you're in the parking lot. I'll come get you. He'll help me like carry the bags in. So I did. And as I was walking up the courtyard, I said, it's time for new scrubs. I have to get new scrubs. My pants are so loose. Like, when you got the fat hips and the fat ass and everything, just like, it fits. Now they're dragging on the floor. So I'm walking on my pants. And my scrub shirt is like, it's uncomfortably baggy now. So I'm like, I gotta get scrubs. And I'll just get two pair of cheap ones. For crying out loud, I'm only working 3 clinical days. I can do the wash. Jeans, work blouses, and dresses. East underpants. Or no! Right. Yeah. Even, but here's the thing, Lane Bryant bras are freaking expensive. And I only wear the Lane Bryant bras. So I'm just gonna get like, I have a couple that I grew out of in the opposite direction and I kept them, so now I'm going back. So I have a couple. I just need to get a couple new ones. Going down, right? It is. Yes, they're elastic. But it's my hips and my butt, like, I'm just, like, I'm shrinking inches, so it's the pants are long. Like, they still stay up, they're not, like, falling down, but they're getting to the point where I don't wanna be in that situation where it's an emergency, I gotta run to go get scrubs, you know what I mean? It's time to do it now. So, that's that. Your face is looking thinner too. Thank you, thank you. So, now that so this is, like, the fun part, you get to I for since 2016, 10 years, I've worked in places that have only worn black scrubs. That was it, like black scrubs. That was the uniform. I'm not doing black scrubs anymore. I am going to get navy blue. I am in a navy blue phase of my life. I love my navy blue hoodies with the white lettering. I love everything navy blue. I'm getting navy blue scrubs. I am the boss, not the owner. I'm the boss when it comes to the clinic. So I'm wearing navy blue. Okay? I'm going to stand out. Everybody else can wear black. I'm wearing navy blue. And that's that. Thank you, Stephanie. Real high. We're stretchy bralettes because the upper parts. I know, Gerald, they're bad. It's the girl at work sent me a bra on Amazon. I might try it. It's only $19, so I might try it. She said it's really comfortable. It looks like it's comfortable too. So don't go crazy. Edna, I want to wear navy blue, damn it. I want to wear navy blue. I wanted navy blue and like slate gray, like the darker gray, but I'm doing navy blue next. So American Eagle Harry Shops actually have good undies and bras. I was surprised, good quality. Really, Krista? Um, I don't know. I don't know about American Eagle. The whole point is like, I have to do this on a budget. Like, we gotta be frugal. Because if I keep going down, I don't want to keep replacing. So navy blues for bees, and I'm getting the navy blue scrubs. I told Mr. Kazi, I said, and I can't get those off I like a specific brand, but I can't find the actual style on the website. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go to a freaking scrub store. Okay. I'm gonna get scrubs. So we're getting that. Also, what's Brad saying? You want a Bowflex climbing machine? Taking over Planet Fitness. I know I still haven't done that in a massage chair. I gotta get in that freaking aqua massage thing. Paying for it, damn it. Um, I forget what I was saying. I got a bad memory. Me and Mr. Kazi, I was like, we were talking about, so we always have just a little bit of cash on us, right? We always have cash. I always get like, it's going to sound bad, but it's not because he always replenishes it. But I always walk around with a few bucks in my pocket. Not much because you can't be walking around with a lot of money in these areas, right? So if I have $30 cash on me, I'm like, I'm rich. So I had 20 bucks because I went to the store. It was Easter, whatever. So on Easter Day, he goes, "Oh, you don't have horseradish. Can you go to the store?" It's Easter Sunday. So I went to the store. I got horseradish, and I was like, "Well, I'm here. I'm going to get cocktail sauce because I know we're going to need that." So I spent my money. Hi, lazy. So I spent my money on Easter, right? So he's like, "Well, just use your money, and then I'll pay you back when you come back because I got cash." I said, "Okay, no big deal." So I come back. I got cheated. He gave me $15. It was like no big deal, right? So I was like, all right, I got the 15 bucks. So I like, I don't usually spend cash. I make my coffee and I take my coffee to work. I'm one of those. We take our coffee to work. We don't buy. Every once in a while, if you go into the Dunkin', because I don't do the Starbucks. I don't like Starbucks coffee. I like their pink drink. But if I go to Dunkin' in the morning, it's a treat. It's a treat. So I decided to treat myself twice. But I got I wanted to try it, the zero sugar, free side. I wanted to try the zero sugar, um, energy drink. Now, I ain't got no business taking an energy drink because I don't like the Red Bulls. I don't like the Celsius. Like, all those drinks get on my nerves. I don't do that. But for some reason, I was feeling froggish. So I got the Glamberry, it's called. It's blackberry and peach, right? And it comes in medium. So that was the smallest they had. So I'm like, all right, give me the medium. And it came to me and it was bubbling. And I'm like, what do you mean this? Why is this bubbling? I didn't know it was seltzer. So, because it's brand new. So anyway, I spent my money there. But if you're one that likes those energy drinks and want to do a sugar-free version of an energy drink, the taste was okay. For me, it was so sweet, I couldn't see straight. I could have put that medium in 3 large, cups and watered it down. It comes 3 pumps each. I don't know anything about that. I don't go to like, if I go to Starbucks, I'm like, "Can I just have cream?" I don't know about these pumps and how many pumps to get and all this stuff. I don't do that. So anyway, needless to say, I ain't doing that one again. It was tasty. It was okay. It was tasty, but it was way too sweet. Our Big Lots closed too. I got myself one of those Nespresso machines. Highly recommend it. Makes all of the fancy coffees right at home. I don't do fancy coffees. I get medium roast, put some half and half in it, and go on about my day. I got I just have the Keurig and a little. I got my travel cup. My protein's not mixing with my coffee anymore, and that's pissing me off. and update because I just saw Harley. Tater's using her emojis. Um, all three of them are having a visit on Tuesday because I put them on it's a probiotic, a little bit of powder in their food. They both Coco, the girls get it because Coco's always like getting like she's an upset belly every once in a while. So I'm like, all right, probiotics aren't going to hurt it. I read the directions, I read the reviews, I researched it, and this is like a good brand. So I put them on a little probiotic for their bellies. Harley's still having an issue. So Mr. Kazi's like, we're doing all three. So we have the home vet coming on Tuesday for all of them to get exams. Harley's going to have blood work done. We mixed it, Jarella. Harley's going to have like, I'm going to have to like, this is going to sound awful, but please just bear with me here. I'm hoping she has an accident on the floor because I have to take a, hi, Burke. Good morning. I have to get a sample for the vet. I can't do that because I don't have a normal cat box. We have the litter robot, so I won't know which one is whose if she, goes. So I that sounds terrible, but anyway, I have to do that. So they're going to hate us. So our plan of attack is we're going to have them all downstairs eating in the morning and close all of the doors up here so they cannot get in. And then they'll be downstairs. The problem is Harley acts like a little squirrel when things are going, like when she thinks things are up, and she flattens her entire body out and slides under the couch. So I'm thinking, do I go to the dollar store and get pool noodles to put under the couch so she can't get under there? Freaking cats. So we'll keep you updated on that. But all three of them are going to have their exam and, their checkups to make sure that everything's okay. But we got to get Harley taken care of because I did get the food and we mixed it. We're like, weaning them off of the other stuff. So they like it. They're not denying it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what's going on with her. Telepathically summoning info. Yeah, I've had my Keurig for a while. I like my Keurig. It's fine. I don't do fancy coffees. I don't do the fancy coffee. Oh, Monday. That's what we did. When I took the cupcakes in, like we got the Starbucks card. He sent me the company. I got a $150 gift card to Starbucks. So we just asked everybody for their order. There were 9. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 coffees. And just like he told me to get 4 sandwiches. It was friggin' $75. 9 coffees and 4 sandwiches at Starbucks, $75. It's like, what the? Don't think so. I said, sir. And then had the balls to tell me, please don't use that. Please don't use the card. I said, why would I use the card personally? Like, what do you think I'm going to do? Be balling out there on the weekends? That really offended me. So I took a screenshot of the balance on my app and sent it to him. I was like, you can check on me at any given time. Please don't worry about me using the Starbucks card. Diesel's like Godzilla in a crate to that. Yeah. Coco cries. Harley screams. Jack hyperventilates. So this mobile vet that's coming is very, very, very reasonable because Jack's not necessarily a new patient, but the other girls are because I took them to their other vet. Because he hyperventilates, so I didn't want to put him in the car. So for all of them to come out and the girls being considered new patients, it's extremely reasonable. Now, if they need meds or Harley needs an X-ray, it's going to be more. Keurigs are fast. So, another thing is that the one wet food I got them, they just none of them like. None of them like it, so I got rid of it. I said, "I don't care, we're getting rid of this flavor. They're not eating it. Their stomachs are upset. Let's just get rid of it." So I put it in a bag because I'm thinking I'm going to take them to the vet. I'll take the cans to food to the vet to, give them because they accept that, right? My dumbass, put the bag on like the table to go out the door so that I don't forget the cat food. And my boy cat likes to eat plastic, which is why I can't have a plastic shower liner. I have to have a cloth one. Hemflo! He ate the bag. When I came home, I was like, what is that on the floor? He shit the plastic out and I thought it was a vanilla bean. I said, where? I know that I don't have vanilla beans in the house. I mean, I got vanilla bean paste, but this looks straight up like a vanilla bean. And I'm like, what the frick is that? I immediately knew. I immediately knew who it was. I looked at the bag, the handle was bitten off. I'm like, oh my God. It was my fault. It was my fault. Get a cat, they said. Have three, they said. So anyway, I'm like, and I yelled at him. I said, Jack, that could have killed you. So we got rid of the plastic bag evidence before the vets come. And Flo keeps sending me pictures of the popcorners. We're on a popcorner addiction. So we'll keep you posted on the cats. I just don't know how this is going to work out. I think we're going to put all of them. Mr. Kazi has to take the day off because he has to take some medical equipment back. I forget what else he's got to do. I think he's going to the post office and then, like, he just took the day off. He's like, because he's slow walking around and stuff like that. So he's like, I'm just going to take the day. So he goes to he takes the day off. And then when I come home, I'm leaving early because it's Tuesday and mid-train day. And I'll have the carriers out. And then one by one, we're going to pluck them up and put them in their carriers and wait for them to come. And they want to cry in their cage, they can, but they have to it has to be done. So we're going to have to sacrifice an hour of our whisker life to get taken care of. That's just that. Lilith is definitely Lilith's intake of coffee is very high. I just have my coffee in the morning and then I'm good to go. Moon chit? Is that what you called her? Shots of espresso. I'd be bouncing off the walls. That Dunkin' Donut thing, I had like maybe 4 sips and I thought I was like on crack cocaine. I was like, I can't be drinking this stuff. The hell was I thinking? Oh, are you getting the cotton candy grapes? Oh, an orange kitten. I was talking to my neighbor last week. She caught me outside and her door's open, so her cat always sits at the door and he's an orange one. Yes, Lilith. I mean, Edna. Cheese and crackers. Um, she's got an orange tabby. He's a little stud. I said, "Is he crazy like they say about orange cats?" She's like, "He's okay. He gets into some trouble, but not all the time." She's like, "He's pretty tame." I said, "All right. Well, he's a good-looking man, so he's okay." You're married to a Puerto Rican. They like their coffee strong. Uh, yeah, I just do medium roast, guys. Medium roast and half. That's my order. I am a simple person. I don't understand the whole like drinking coffee black. If you do, God bless you. I can't understand that. I just don't I can't do black. I gotta have coffee. I mean half and half. Bless you, Mr. Kazi. Brad's an addict too. So you found the aged cheddar with parm in it, and I ate grapes in it. Oh, that sounds good. I like a little charcuterie gourd. I know I said gourd, I meant board. That sounds like a little charcuterie. Right, Krista? Like, what the frick? I don't understand it. Like, God bless you. You don't need any, you don't need any accessories, but I can't do it. Do you know black coffee? What's that? Do you know that freaking grapes here are like $6.99 a pound? And you can't pick your own? They already prepackaged the bags. So, like, dummy me, I'm just picking up a bag and I'm like, all right, well, these look good. And I guess that's how many looks like that's how many I'll need. And I get to the checkout and it's like $13. I'm like, $13 for grapes? Are you serious? That's insane. And I was like, why do I have to buy this many? I don't want this many. So I open the bag up and I take out, like, I'll take out it because they're going to go bad. Why would I buy that many? But why are they forcing us to purchase a quantity that we don't need? I was pissed. Ugh. Same in Canada, groceries are ridiculous right now. Yeah. Yesterday I felt it. Yesterday I did normal. Well, I had to buy another box of coffee. I get like 80 K cups for $25. Um Sometimes it's on sale for 20, but yesterday it wasn't on sale. It was 24.99. So that was a pretty pricey item. Uh but like other than that, I didn't get anything out of the ordinary. In fact, the only thing I had to get was half and half and cottage cheese. Usually I got to get my yogurt, cottage cheese, milk. I didn't need milk. I had to re-up my eggs, but yesterday hit me. I said, "Whoa." Like minus the coffee, it was if I minus the coffee, I would have spent $175. But I had to get the coffee, so it was 200. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Our budget is not $200. That was a lot of money. A lot. I always get cottage cheese. I always have cottage cheese. I ain't making no freaking cottage cheese dessert things anymore. You're not punking me on my cottage cheese. I'm eating it straight with the black pepper. Hi, Corey. Good morning. I haven't seen you in a while. Um, the meat prices. Chicken is okay. Chicken is reasonable. I did get a pack of boneless. I like the chicken thighs, like with that Greek yogurt stuff, but I forgot yogurt. Um, so I got like an organic, skinless, boneless. I got 5 thighs for like 650. So that wasn't bad. Um, but beef, I bought myself like a steak, like just one single steak. That was $15. And I think it was just like a little over a pound. Your creators have been busy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have my coffee on auto ship from Amazon. Amazon. I have kitty litter on auto ship. So anyway, it's not that. I mean, the beef is expensive. The other stuff is, it is what it is. I mean, I always get the sale. I don't know. Purdue is usually on sale for us a lot. But there weren't many sales yesterday, that's for sure. The sales were Easter week. Now I guess they're like, making up for all the free turkeys and hams they gave out. Even though you had to pay for the freaking free ham and all that. Freaking craziness. Crazy. But it's the fruits and vegetables, man. We got to get fresh fruits and vegetables, and that's where I spend most of my money. I'm in that produce section and I'm in every section. And now, ever since this thing, I'm like all over the place. I started the lettuce and worked my way all the way around to all the fruits. Oh, Jarella said that you had your coffee on auto ship. I thought that was Lilith because Lilith is a coffee addict. Ew, peanut butter and jelly coffee? What? Ugh. $15? No, I get close to 3 pounds for 18. And that's the 93.7 beef. We could get I think we should go to the butcher though. The butcher probably is a lot like cheaper. My husband just told Amazon Prime membership is going up and we're considering canceling. They took kids shows off, so it's not worth it anymore. I get the same package from where do you go? Where do you go? I'm not on top where's I get the same package from my butcher every month. It was 97 a year ago, now 136. So ours went up a lot. Wow. Wow. I don't know about increasing the Prime, but I just got a notification that they're increasing YouTube Premium. What? What? Yeah, it's going up. It's going up to $20.99. I won't go without our Prime. I won't go without our Prime. We have to have our Prime because I just get too much shit from Amazon. The organic beef at Sprouts, 3 packages for $23 and a buy one get half. Well, what's 3 packages? How much, like, is it a pound of beef? And what kind of beef is it? Is like, are we talking? I went to go get a freaking rump roast and they're like freaking $60. I said, I told my brother I was going to make him a pot roast dinner. Like, I would have like a nice Sunday dinner. I'm not spending that kind of money for a rump roast. Get the $20.99, Jarella. $20.99. Well, that's what I think. Like, I don't wanna hear the ads, like, cause 'cause I'll put it in my ear and I'll walk away, and then I don't feel like going back and skipping it, and then sometimes they don't just go right into it, you gotta listen to all kinds of I'm just like, "Whatevs. I'm just gonna pay for it." It's a luxury, and, like, pick your battles, what you wanna buy. I have to keep Prime, I gotta keep the YouTube thing. Edna, I use the ad blocker for a long time, um and when I was streaming, like, when we would go live and I got the ad blocker, so I never really paid attention to it. I forgot I had the ad blocker. But when you start streaming more regularly, you're going to see that you're not going to be able to like they're eventually going to catch on and they're going to tell you that you can't like watch something on YouTube with an ad blocker. You're going to have to remove it. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind because the ad blocker was great, and then I couldn't figure out how to get the freaking thing off. I was like, that was so long ago. I don't even know where it is. I'm going back. Great time to be buying a house. No, I know, but you need the house. They do charge for some things. A quarter cow? I'm watching those things. YouTube be over food. No, I fixed that. Okay. All right. I just wanted to let you know. Uh, Christy, you can't take iron supplements? I have to take iron supplements because I'm apparently anemic. Don't fight me, but I was never anemic before. I always got my blood done once or twice a year because my doctor just loves taking care of me that way. And I go to see him. I physically see my doctor twice a year and have since I hired him as my doctor in 2007, around then. So it's a little over, it's like 20 years. I've been like, we've been in this love-hate relationship with each other. And every year like every year I see him twice a year, and every time he's like, all right, let's do some lab work. And I'm like, why? Why do we got to do it now? So I never had a problem until I got the jizab for the Rona. Never anemic before. Never ever. I said, okay, that's cool. He's like, did you know you're anemic? I said, you're my doctor. Did we ever talk about that? He's like, that's weird. I said, yeah, I know. So now I take iron. Ugh. Yeah, it's not fun. Like you wake up with the leg cramps and oh my word. So now I'm like on the freaking I'm on iron. I'm like that's just look. I'll just take the freaking pill and I'm good. It's an awful feeling, Lilith. You go for an iron infusion Monday. That's what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of because we were trying to figure out what the hell was going on and like where to stabilize myself. And he's like, you might have to. I had to go to what are the doctors called? Oncologist. So we had to figure out like what was going on there because I was like, all right, whatever. But he put me on like a supplement and I'm okay with that. Um oof. You know how many pills I take every day? In fact, did I take my pills today? No, I only took my gummies for my hair. So that's important. Jarella always has the good stuff. A Slow-fee. What the hell is Slow-fee? What does that do? I wish I could take well, I do take a multivitamin, I have to with the surgery, but I wish I could just take one friggin' multivitamin and it's like, okay, give me my potassium, my vitamin D, and my iron. Okay? Can I just take one pill? Do I have to take all of them? I have a 7-day box full of vitamins. I have to take one a day. I mean, like the one is like my nail, my what's it, hair, nail, and skin or whatever, and my collagen. No, there's nothing to talk about with the Royals. Harry's out there wilding out, getting sued, being like, he's getting sued left, right, and center. There's all kinds of like, rumors of flirtiness and all that. But yeah, I don't like him. Periodic table fee is iron. Yeah, I was really good at the periodic table. I was really, really good at the periodic table when I was in school. Now I probably look at it and try to think of like, try to come up with some stuff, but I know K's potassium. I never understood that. Like, why is K potassium? That will do that. They will do both right, then design supplement around what you need. I know, but is it going to be like just one? Various and take vitamin C and black pepper. I don't know any of that. You're good at the buffet table. The buffet. Wait, there's iron that has vitamin C in it? I didn't know that that was such a thing. I didn't know it was such a thing. No, well, so he's not, I don't think that he's cheating. Lady Autumn. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. My coffee is not catching up to you. April 21st. Yes, 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 yes. They are remembering her on her wait, so uh there was pictures of it was all AI, so I hope that you all didn't fall for the hype. Harry and what's the kid's name? Archie skiing. There's no way that Archie is that professional. But anyway, I mean he could be whatevs. But it was an AI photo. It was found out that it was AI. And it said that, Megan supposedly took the picture, but she wasn't even there. It was like, friends. So there's like rumors of flirtiness going on. There is a lot of AI bullshit out there. And you know what's scary? Here's the thing. It gets me sometimes. Like it dupes me because sometimes I'm a little like flighty, but sometimes it gets me, right? And then there are other times where I absolutely know that it's AI and it freaks me out because I'm like, wow, this is some shit. Like it's amazing, like, how it could I don't know. The AI stuff that I'm talking about is like these Bible things, like it teaches you about like different characters in the Bible and like it recreates it. And I'm just like, this is really wild. Like it looks real, like real people, but you can tell it's like graphics and stuff like that. But then there are like this photo of Harry and Archie on a mountain, and they're making it out to be. Now they're in the snowsuits and all that, so you can't tell like their face or their. How many kids are going to be like brainwashed? It's only getting worse. It's only getting worse because they can. It really. These things look real. And then they're going to put these stories out, and I'm just like, oh my word, we got to keep our wits together. If it's duping me sometimes, I'm like, what the hell? Satan will use it to his harm. I believe that the internet's the devil. Luckily, we all gathered here together on Saturday morning and have a good conversations. I believe. I believe that it is. Yes, I believe. There's too much going on, guys. There's too much going on for it to look. Everybody knows here my faith. And I'm like one of those people that like is the like a watchman, but you got to keep your eyes. You got to stay alert. Stay alert. But yeah, I do think that the internet's the devil. I do. I really do believe that the internet's the devil. I can't like really rely on that. I can't really rely on like information from there. So I'm like I'll just stay in my little bubble over here. I'll just be in my bubble. Stage the chat. No, like I've seen you, like we've all been around for years together. We've all gathered here together for years. And we get some new people and some people have like, come and gone and then they come back and all that. So I know that you guys are like legit, but there are some things out there on the internet that scare the shit out of me. They scare the shit out of me, they do. TikTok is the worst. My mom got a call a few years ago saying it was her grandson. Luckily, she only had one and knew what it sounded like. Why is this a serpentine? That's a good one, Gerald. I never heard that. However, I'm just going to stay in my little bubble over here, okay? Yeah, I know. The problem is that our Olivia's over there on the tickers. I don't open the app. I can't tell you the last time I opened my app. I really can't tell you. It's been a years. And not years, months. I think Roblox is the worst because it harms the children. What is that? See, Edna, I'm like, I got too much shit going on at work. I can't really be paying attention to all this other stuff. Like I know that there's all kinds of that's Matthew 10:16. That's a good one. I haven't gotten it. Wait, am I in Matthew? I think I started reading Matthew. The fake grandson was asking for. Oh yeah, I heard that scam a while ago. Calling and saying they're in jail. An online game. I watched the news. You watch the news? I can't watch the news. I can't watch the news. When I do, I'll find like a source that like I'm like, okay, this side saying this, that side saying this, and then I like watch this one guy who has his head on his shoulders, and I'm like, okay, he's making sense of both sides, but we're not good. I can't do the extreme. I can't do the extreme on either side. I'm just like they're both the extremists on both sides are just like I don't need that in my life. Okay. I have my phone set to allow known callers who identify themselves as instant voicemail. I have I get the thing that says spam callers, and then I don't answer that. But I don't it's like I can't because there's some people that like I have temps like for work. I have to have them like come in, like call me or something like that. So I can't really be doing that. And I tell them, please, like if I give them my number, please just shoot me a text. Don't call because I'm not answering phone numbers I don't know. There's always somebody wanting something. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And now, like, like that sounds awful. Teams is a pain in the ass. I'd answer your call, Emplo. Don't you start no shit here. Well, Jarella, gotta get out. You're like, I'm sorry, it's a shit show. You're more than welcome. Just like blow the lines out. It's Caturday. And the employee wanted you to send them money. Okay. You wanted the brownie and bacon recipe. What bacon? My burnt bacon? Put it in the oven for 25 minutes at 375 degrees. Bam, there's your recipe. The brownie sucked. I'm not passing off a recipe that's terrible. M-Flow, don't start no shit. They were awful, both of them. The peanut butter ones and the yogurt ones were terrible. Absolute garbage. I'm not wasting those kinds of ingredients anymore. I mean, cottage cheese, like, it's not that it's expensive, but sometimes I can't find my cottage cheese because it's all the rage. Cottage cheese is all the rage. Want Bitcoin. Yeah, so you can like buy stuff in Bitcoin. I'm like, what? Like, I mean, I know about Bitcoin, but people are nuts. Since the conspiracies have come true, I no longer watch TV. It was listed in the newspaper when I was young as programming you. It's absolutely programming you. Good morning, Sonia. Welcome to Caturday. Bacon bit. Did you ever have chocolate covered bacon? When it first, like, when it, I mean, I don't know when it was first invented, but when I first heard about it for the first time, I was living down the shore and there was like a burger joint that I really wanted to try. It was really good. They had chocolate covered bacon. I was like, what? I said, I gotta try that. It's good. AI is the devil. Tater, I really believe it. I really believe it. Sonia, welcome in. We just talked about conspiracies and bitch over coffee about our week. So welcome in. It's good to have you. We're here every Saturday at 10 a.m. Usually there's cats in the background, but they quit. Lilith, the bacon that I only had it once, and the bacon wasn't as crispy as I liked it. And they put like the pieces on a piece of tinfoil and then drizzled the melted chocolate over it. So it wasn't set, the chocolate wasn't set and the bacon wasn't crispy, but the combination of flavors it was really good. It was good. Chocolate covered spring. I've had chocolate covered Pringles. I've had those. They're a bit touchy to make too because Pringles are they're a little fragile. They're a little fragile. 1 a.m. your time. Where are you? What time is it here? Holy smokes, like you're in the future. What's Sunday looking like? Is it good for us? You must be in Australia. Years ago, you had chocolate bar that had chips of bacon in it. It was all right, but nothing. See, I think because it was like made right there in the restaurant. I don't think I would like something that was packaged and how long it would be sitting. I don't know if I would like that. But I did, I thought it was pretty cool. Your cousin had a robot vacuum. She was convinced it was listening to her, so she burned it. I didn't disagree with her. I had I had I bought it specifically to see if Harley would sit on it, and she checked it out. She never actually got on it. I called her Sheila, but Sheila R.I.P. She's gone. Snake free so far. Well, we were talking about the serpents, and we were talking about all the other stuff, and we also know what's going on in the YouTube streets. So there's that. Uh, when I get cottage cheese, I get fat-free Great Value. It's fine to me. Now, I've had all the different ones, and this is not healthy. So, Jarella, I know what you're going to say, but the best cottage cheese for me is the 4% milk fat. That is the best one for me. And I like I think it's medium curd. They haven't cussed you out. So, yeah, there's that. I don't have my I don't, well, no, just automatically autocorrects, but I don't have my predictive text. But you don't want dairy fat. Yeah, I mean, look, on my app that I'm using, which my nurse said, she's like, they're not necessary, like that app specifically, um, or any app, any like, app that you're using for your macros and stuff like that. They don't know that you had the weight loss surgery. They just know what my goal is and when my goal is. So it's going to average it out. She's like, you really can't pay attention to that because they don't, they're telling you to eat a certain amount, but you like whatever. Anyway, I'm trying to file the app because it's a calorie deficit, which is fine. Because I can go and get Slurpees and all that and just blow my calories in, drinks because it's eye opening. Even my protein water is like 90 calories. So that's why even if my Crystal Light, which is 0 calories, and I put the protein in it, it's the calories are in the protein. So anyway, that's besides the point. She said it doesn't know that you had the surgery. So, my fitness pal gets bent out of shape about sodium intake. That's what I'm saying. Like it's all over. And I was telling her at my appointment, I'm like really pissed off because I know I'm not supposed to graze, but during the day I do because I have a bag of grapes. So I'll have a couple of grapes and then I'll, go about my business. And then I'll go back and I'll have some more grapes. And then I'll go about my business, have more grapes. So I'm grazing on grapes. I add that to the app, and there I doubled my carbs over grapes, which pisses me off because I'm like, I could go eat a piece of cake, right? Or, or I can go have like half a sandwich somewhere or something carb, you know, dense. But I don't. I'm eating grapes. She's like, I know. She goes, but it's natural. I said, yeah, I guess so. But my app's pissed me off because it's telling me I'm over like blah, blah, blah. I do track everything that I put in my fudge. My fats I'm pretty good at. My fats are pretty good at. It's eye-opening, but I'm also like I'm done with being like like that app like I want to keep my eye on things, so it's keeping me held accountable, but I'm done. I'm absolutely done with it making me feel terrible because I snacked on grapes as opposed to English toffee, right? So there's that. I had to get that out. Thank you. I feel better now. I'd almost rather stay back. No, I mean it's nice. It's good to open your eyes. Like the chia seeds. Remember, they're all the rage too. Eat the chia seed pudding. All kinds of flavors. And I like went and bought 2 pounds of chia seeds. I go and make the friggin' pudding. Put it in my like measuring cup. Weigh it out. Put it in my app. It's 550 calories. Chia seeds. It did hit my feels, Terrell. It absolutely did. So now I'm under my calories. They only allow me 1196, 1,196 calories a day. Um, Fat, I'm not. They allow me 58 grams of fat a day, and like something like, or is it something's 46 or no 60 carbs, 60 grams of carbs I'm allowed to have a day. And then my protein, they want me to hit 130. And like I can do that with my protein drinks, but the carbs are killing me. Because as soon as I put the grapes in, there they go. There goes the wheel. Over the wheel. And that's just grapes. Well, I mean, there's other things too, like I have my, my cream and like, like other things, like my lunch and stuff. But what the frig? Chia seeds. Deceiving, and they betrayed me. Now I have freaking 2 pounds of chia seeds. I do put them in my overnight oats. I find eating in moderation, good exercise, and staying away from the news is healthy lifestyle. Understand? I love you. I live in a swamp with alligators. Oh, not the lizards that are in Congress. Krista, I had trouble hitting the protein, but when I found my protein, like it's called my protein, it's water. You get like 20 grams of protein for every 32 ounces of liquid, and I have to drink 64 ounces. That was 40 grams of protein right there. And my goal is 80. That's what I'm supposed to get with weight loss surgery. So I'm like, right there, I just bang that right out. I'm tired of people dictating my wallet and my pocket. I want the grapes, I'm gonna eat the grapes. They are my snack of choice lately. Like, there for a while, I was like, for maybe a year and a half, I was on a banana kick. Now I'm on a grape kick. And it's getting on why are watermelons so expensive? Can somebody explain that to me? I went to go buy, like, and it was already cut up, so I know that you're gonna pay for the convenience. I get that. But 20 freaking dollars, 20 effing dollars for watermelon? It just motored on. And I know they're loaded with sugar too, but they're also water, and that's, whatever. Lower sugar snackable things, lower carb. You have to trade NAS, tasty for nutrition. I'm g- I'm like, I'm being stubborn now. Like, you know what? Just whatever. Ocean, it was expensive. I damn near died. I put the thing right back down in the ice because it looked really good. It was like nice and red, and like I touched it and it felt a little, how like the watermelon feels a little tiny bit grainy. Like, you're going to get a real good piece if it's like, got that sandy feel to it. I said, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I want to get this. And it said $20. I put it right back. Yeah, I could have bought it. I could have bought it. But I also know that I'm one of those that once I get watermelon, I'm gonna eat that all day. That's all I'm gonna eat is the watermelon. Oh yeah, I don't like the milkshake. No, seriously. Um, Krista, I'll find it here. I absolutely like it's pricey. I mean, it's all the rage now. I like the watermelon, the iced tea, and the lemonade. All the other flavors I have not tried because I'm just not that's not me. Um I'm like a basic bitch. Hi Sonia. Hi Steven. Did I say hi to Sonia? But that myprotein.com, they have like all kinds of stuff, but I really just look on there and then go to they sell the lemonade at walmart.com and also on Amazon. So you probably find better prices on the Zon or the Walmarts. But that's the brand that I use. Like that's if I'm getting protein, that's it. So we have iced tea, lemonade, and fruit punch. Oh, you're welcome. Jarella is our fitness instructor of the class on here on Saturdays. As we gather around our coffee on Saturdays, Jarella keeps us in check with our fitness and our supplements and what we should be doing. She listens, she doesn't judge, but she also educates. There's yeah, well it is lemon iced tea. The iced tea is really good and the lemonade. Specifically, if you like Crystal Light, I feel like it's a very close version of that. Now listen, Krista. You have to get an intense frother. If you go get this my protein stuff, get an intense frother because when you put it in the water, it gets crumbly, but it will mix up. You just got to give it a little bit of just you got to work with it, But it does it there's no chalky taste. It doesn't like do anything. It's a clean way isolate. Darla is knowledgeable. I wag my finger and scold. Sun teas are good. In Ocean, so I got the unflavored. It was time to buy the unflavored protein. So the IsoPure that I was buying, it like damn near doubled in price. And I looked at Mr. Kazi and I was like, like seriously, like this whole month I've been punked. I'm like, what? I just started on this protein and I like this mix. So I was doing research and looking and blah, 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 blah. So I found one that has like, it's 5 pounds and it was like 50 some dollars for 5 pounds. I was like, okay, because all the other ones are like, 90. So I bought that. We're gonna try that, and I'll just like, you put it in baking, and I can do like my. I'm going to be out of my protein, so I'm not going to be buying my protein for a while. We'll just do the unnatural or the unflavored and put it in the Crystal Light because I got a ton of Crystal Light I got to use. It is easy on the belly. I have a NutriBullet. Will that work? Um, yeah, if you wanna put protein like, if you wanna put a scoop in like, a smoothie, absolutely. But I'm saying if you wanna like, the one that I just sent you, it's already flavored, so you can make, like, juice, like, Crystal Light, like water. Um, you know, that I wouldn't. I don't know if I would put it in a blender, in a NutriBullet. I just use my frother. I just sit there and I like, let it foam up and then I let it go down and then I put the water in it. It's a whole big thing, but at least I'm getting my protein, so I don't give a shit. I make it when I come home from work, so it's already in the morning. And then I get 4 out of the gallon pitcher I make, I get 4 bottles and then I'm good to go. So that's 2 days. I have to start drinking regular water though. I'm getting a text message. What is a drum for the printer? What do you mean? A drum is the ink cartridge. Leave me alone. It's Saturday afternoon. Is that right, Jarella? My favorite flavor of water is plain water. Ocean, I got away from it. I was really doing good at the water, but then I had to do the protein and I found that. And then I'm like, well, I really like that. I have to just do one bottle. And then before I leave work, fill my bottle with regular water and then be done with it. Yeah, the clear ones do foam. It's foamy. It gets foamy. They do. They foam up. It looks like you know what it looks like when you foam it up, like when you mix it up? It looks like a head on a beer. And then it goes down. So, a lot of people struggle with water. My girlfriend that had the surgery said that she doesn't come anywhere near close to getting her water in. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, get that shit. Just like Crystal Light, drink that. Throw some protein in it. If you gotta do it, do it. Rude coffee breaks responsible for it. It is. It's just bullshit around coffee. I bitch about the job. I just like my stomach just gurgled. I bitch about the job. And then we motor on about our days. I got my I got my mirror finish press-ons back. They look like mirrors. Can you see yourselves? There you are. These are amazing. I friggin' love these things. They do tarnish fast. So those are for special occasions like Rob Thomas. I have to do my nails today though. I have to do my nails because these are getting on my nerves and I haven't had my press-ons done in a while. That Rosie over there, this chick, there's all kinds of stuff going on. Can we just talk about the YouTube straights for just a moment? Because I was starting to tell you so that I'm knee deep in the peanut drama. Um, because I lurk at a lot of channels and I do not talk in, but I've been watching for years now. I've been watching. And so, you know, I've been listening to, the Peanuts. I always listen to her because sometimes she makes me giggle. She's got a very vast vocabulary, um, but she does make me laugh sometimes. Whoa, they're cool. Shit's going down. She is going down over there. And I'm like, whoa. So I'm watching that. And then watching the Rosie drama, which is like boring. But, it's my boyfriend, my boyfriend, my boyfriend. You guys, Rosie got a boyfriend. You don't understand the peanut drama? Well, right. So I would go back and forth with her, draw. But, like I got to be nosy and I lurked. And, you know, she started fighting with fresh garbage. And then Greg came up. I didn't like the way I don't care if you like FG or you don't, but the way she spoke to FG was absolutely just disrespectful. And I could never speak to somebody like that. I don't like confrontation, so I could never speak to someone like that, and she was being very disrespectful. So I whether you whatever side she was on. Now, with everything else that has happened, I forget what the hell was going on with the fresh garbage, but I know that Greg came up and he was being like completely and totally disrespectful to fresh garbage and like whatever. But then it turned into like uh garbage was up on Gigi's panel, and then Peanut came up and they started talking, and there was like she said something about like, her man needs to smack. It was just this whole big thing. And now it's turned into a full-on fight. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Like these people were like really good friends. And I've been in that situation, so I know how it feels to lose an online friend. Um, Peanut, it's just pistachio, angry pistachio. So now you got that going on. And then who was getting involved in talking about it? Oh, Ocean, your favorite person ever on the YouTubes, she inserted herself into this situation and started talking on her channel about what Pistachio said. And then she went and privated the live because she was listen, I have oh, it's Pistachio. I haven't watched her in forever. So I am a DV survivor. I am. I heard what Pistachio said. I did not get offended because I am just used to people talking talking sideways. I'm just used to it. What she said was wrong. It was absolutely wrong. Like no man should ever put his hands on a woman. No woman should ever put her hands on a woman. No man should ever put his hands on a man. All right. But if you got to step up to somebody and you got to like save your life, then by all means go at it. Fisticuffs. Don't use anything else. Just like kick each other's ass. But I wasn't that offended by it, and probably because I'm like jaded or whatever. But I understood why people were standing up saying that she's taking, she's making a mockery of DV. I understand that. What she said was wrong. It didn't offend me, but it is offensive, right? So let's just put that out there. But for people to go on, I think just grabbed. Oh yeah. No. We're not going to talk about too much. We're talking about the stories, right? So what she like the one Earth goes and inserts herself in this and has this panel and everybody's. I understand you have somewhere. I get it. I get it. But if it was that important to get out, this is the whole thing. If that conversation was so important to you, you had to fire up a live stream to have said conversation so that everybody can get together and talk about it. which is fine. I understand that. That's great. I get it. Why did you go and put it behind a paywall that needs to be $100? $99 to watch that live stream. That's what she did. You didn't recognize it when you came back? 99 Ocean, she made it $99. She put it under a level of memberships for $99. I just think if you like, if you're going to step up and you're going to have something to say, why are we doing $99? Girl World panels are a recipe for the disaster. Don't do panels in this. Yeah, well, I mean, you know. I never knew the players in these stories. I still find them interesting. Lady on, you're probably lucky. But here's the thing. This is how I found YouTube, right? So I was like into the makeup. I was into makeup and I wanted to like, so like on the Facebook, like, the videos, I was watching that. And then like I came across Bailey Sarian and then I found out she had YouTube. So I went over to YouTube and I started binge watching her. Then I got into Brittany Vaughn. Then I got into Stephanie Stowe. Stephanie Stowe got me into Foodie Beauty, which is Girl World. That's the community that we're like, that most of us met each other in. It's just a bunch of big women that put their lives out on the internet and they're creators that react to them and criticize and critique. Some are very nasty. Others are funny. It's just our stories. We're just watching reality TV without makeup and lights, right? So it's just this big spider web. And those people are in the pistachio is the part of Girl World. And then the other one is in Krama, but came into Girl World, but then like it's just this whole big thing. You found, which is ironic that you found Girl World in bodybuilding. Well, Foodie's back in Canada and she's just like, she's scooting around. She's kind of becoming like, she'll never be crackhead Olympic Foodie Beauty again. She won't. She's just not going to be that way. And it's a shame she's got to put herself on a scooter. But what else? We're there. We're watching her. And she's doing the damn thing. She's going live on YouTube and on Kick. So she's hustling as far as hustling is concerned. And then you got this Rosie character who is just. I was thinking about it when I got on the scale today. Yes, Lady Autumn, I got on my scale that still broke. Um, I actually did the calculations and I'm still a big girl and Rosie is double my size. She's double my size. Double. So Rosie, for you girls that don't know, is just a very big girl who just sits and eats on camera. She cooks like, and the reason I watch is because she cooks on camera, like she like makes recipes, and I'm just blown away by the recipes. Um, they're not good. Uh, they're interesting. And when you're in a chat with a bunch of people that are like, that are cracking jokes, it's a lot of fun. But I just can't believe like the salmon patties that she makes and how much like literal I didn't even know until Rosie that you can go and buy MSG. I didn't know that that was an actual item to purchase. I knew the Chinese, like my Chinese restaurant has it and that I can say no MSG, but I never really knew about it. Like I was kind of naive to the whole thing. So there's that. Still have no idea what you're talking about. I know, Lady Autumn, but like, you gotta, you know what? The next time I like AYE, her name is Ashley. Her channel's called Aren't You Exhausted? She covers Rosie in a very fun and creative way. Like, there's a whole lot of lore. She knows her story and all that. I'll put it in the Discord, and if you have time, because I know you got little ones, come on over and watch because it's really it's a sight to see. It's a friggin' sight to see. Psychology, Rosie, is fascinating. It is fascinating. It is fascinating. I've had Greg sing a song about me. Haven't made it to the community tab yet. Thank you. Aren't you excited? Rosie is big on YouTube. Brad! Fascinating and complicated in her pathology, so I sit and try to puzzle her out. Oh, the drama is funny. You have me on loudspeaker at work. Why? I am not the kind of person you put on loudspeaker. Everyone's using MSG now? Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't know that it was like assault. Like, I mean, I didn't know. I had no idea. I was just like, give me the egg roll, right? I don't like the MSG. It is what it is. And I had no idea that you can sprinkle it on shit until Rosie. And when I tell you she sprinkles it on, she's got like a huge container of it. There's ranch dressing. There's a lot of butter that's used in that house. She makes recipes so calorie dense. It's unbelievable. It is actually unbelievable to watch. And I sit there with my mouth open because I'm like, what is going on? Like, yo, like I know I'm not the healthiest cook, right? I get in that kitchen and I do my thing. I try to cut corners. Mr. Cosby don't want no spice. He don't want garlic. He doesn't want anything. So when I tell you I take a piece of chicken out of the bag, rinse it off, and put it in the oven, that's what he wants. That's how he likes it. Me, on the other hand, like, I'm exploring, turmeric and paprika and all that stuff, right? So anyway, she's just a whole big trauma dumping, has every single problem under the sun that you can have when all her problem is that she's just a big bitch that won't get off her ass because she's lazy. Okay? I said it, she's a big bitch. She's just a very nasty person. And she trauma dumps on everyone. She's got her mom over there crying. I'm like, oh my word. So anyway, watching that, and then of course, the big fallout that happened last night or the day before. I don't even know. I'm just like, all right, whatever. Here we are. We're just gonna watch it. We're just gonna watch it all unfold. That's why I started seeing castor oil everywhere. Like, what? Castor oil? Yeah, I see. I still can't get over the MSG thing. I really can't get over it. And it's like it's written on like it's in a container that she like put a piece of white tape on and put MSG on it herself. Like it's not even in like a regular container. Like where did you get the powder that's in there? Like where's the original container? It's just this whole big wild thing. Mama, I laugh with my mouth open at how mama cooks. She's like allergic to spices, even salt. Flo, be nice. You can't be allergic to salt. It's right, Jarella? Like, I don't know. Like, it's, she definitely has mental health issues. Well, that's just the thing, Krista. Like, a lot of people don't have, like, they don't have a wake up. Listen, if she makes the statistics for her size, her age, and what she is, you know, um, figuratively running 90 miles an hour into a brick wall with how she's cooking, eating, and not moving at all. And when she does move, the breathing, statistically, she is not going to survive. She will not live to see menopause. And when menopause kicks in, look out. Okay? I'm just telling you, look out. Your emotions. Now I'm at the point, now this just sidestep this. I have noticed the past couple of months because I didn't know what the hell was going on. And then I figured it out and I'm like, I'm actually having symptoms of, when I used to get my thing, I'm actually having those cycles. They're like uncontrolled sobbing, like everything, cravings that I used to get. Like, it's just wild. It's wild. I'm not getting the thing, and I'm getting the side effects now. So anyway, when menopause hits her, it's just the weight gain, the mental stuff, like the physical stuff. I don't know how she's going to do it. I don't know. Life by Jen didn't make it to her 50s. No, she didn't. I know. Conditions, chronic pain. Yeah, she's diabetic. That's what's physically wrong. Well, like, health wise, she's just obese. And she continues to, she ate all them salmon patties. She had them the other day and then she goes and makes them again. Did you see how many it was just wet breadcrumbs. It was wet breadcrumbs in that bag. Yes, Lady Autumn, but this person's probably not going to live that long. Unfortunately, when you're that big and you have she's just not going to last. Next time you're looking at hair products, you'll see it, and then you'll be what? You'll see it everywhere. I know. Once you see something and then you keep saying, or you hear a word and then it's all you hear for like a week. I'm like, what the frick? What's going on here? She's unmedicated. Who's that other mukbanger, Candy, in her 50s? She looks awful, but doesn't say. Oh, yeah. Candy, hungry, fat chick. Well, she's still into the poor Lady Autumn. So there's like, I didn't know this until recently, and it still boggles my mind that there's this thing called feeders that is a kink. I didn't know that that existed. I had no idea, right? Because I don't lurk down those avenues. So that's what it is. These girls are getting paid to eat on camera. What? Diabetes will ravage her body. Yeah. Yeah. I know, lady. That's what I said. I was like, what? That's why, like, when you're on YouTube, you see all these, like, you know, um, uh, professional eaters. No, they're not getting, I mean, they're getting paid because they get, like, millions of subscribers, but, like, they're not in a dark, deep, deceited way, like, but the mukbangs, when they make the noises and, like, the smacking the lips and the crunching and that's a whole community that gets paid to do that purposely. Me, I can't stand to hear anybody eat. Like, just no noise. No, 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 no. Yeah, they're enablers. It's wild. I'm like, wow. I just came in and I was like watching Bailey Sarian, and then all of a sudden I started watching Foodie Beauty and laughing because she was kind of funny. I mean, I know she was stoned and all that, and she wasn't like, it wasn't the healthiest, but it was comical. She was actually didn't take herself too seriously. She made me laugh. And then there were days where she would piss me off. And then, whatever. It was my story. And now I'm sucked into all of this stuff and I can't get out. I kind of wish I hadn't just learned that. You have to. If I need to know, you need to know. But this is this stuff I do. Like, I love Bailey Sarian too. But here's the thing. Like, I could be, talking about these girls, like, firing up the live streams and talking about all these girls. But then the Christian part of me says, like, you can't make fun of people. I just battle myself with all that. So we gather here on Saturday to talk life and talk about that stuff. But then we also have that in common. Like, a lot of us in chat have the girls in common. And there's just stuff popping off. And if we can recruit a couple of people to know what our stories are, know our storyline, then, what else? But I don't want to pressure anybody. There's no peer pressure here. Rosie has a high external locus of control. She is the victim of circumstances and has no control over what happens to her and cannot change. She's doomed. She is. I mean, it is sad. Like, when you really think about the severity of things, it's kind of dark. But then it's also fascinating because you're like, and then it's infuriating when she tells everybody that she's She's desperately, desperately trying to have a doctor diagnose her as autistic, which is infuriating to people that have that diagnosis and just want to function in life. Um, she's just gross. She's just gross. She's not going to fix it though, Lilith. She doesn't want to. She wants to be paid for she wants to be paid, and she like hey, there are a lot of people out there that say once you do what you love, like it'll never feel like a job. So, she's getting paid to make these concoctions and eat and whatever. But she's not going to change. She gets fired from work from home jobs because she doesn't. She calls out. Like I get when you're sick, but you're like constantly like you don't show up on time and you constantly call out. You're working from your bedroom. Uh, pay for being busted. I don't even watch an initiative. No, she doesn't. She doesn't. She doesn't. Her brother does. Her brother that she lives with does. And I think with her, so I used to work with this woman, right? I worked with this woman, absolute pain in my ass, like annoying. She annoyed everyone. And for me, she rubbed my last nerve raw. Okay. Because she was the type of person that if you came in and said, "Oh my gosh, I almost hit a deer on my way into work," she would say, "Oh, me too. There was 10 of them." She always had to one up you, right? Always one up you. I have psoriasis. It's like I'm stressed out at work and it's starting to come on my face and I've never had it on my face and I don't want it on my face. So my elbows, the back of my ears and my head are real bad with it, right? Well, she has psoriasis, but she has an extreme case. We went to a coworker had like a backyard barbecue with a pool. This girl got in a bathing suit. She didn't care. She was right there in her bathing suit. And I looked at her. There was not one thing, there was not one mark of psoriasis on her. And I got up and I left. I had to leave. I had to leave because sometimes people have psoriasis and you can't say it, right? So I just left. I said, you know what? I just saw like entirely way too much of her body, and she doesn't have not one plaque psoriasis anywhere. So anyway, I think this woman that I worked with, her sister was ill. Like she was ill, and her parents had to physically take care of her every day. So I think that she learned when if she acted out or exaggerated that she would get the attention from her parents that she desired, which unfortunately fell into her adult life and her work life that drove all of her coworkers nuts. So I think the same thing with Rosie, because her brother got attention for his autism. She saw that and now she wants it so she can get attention. Bye, Brad. Have a good day. Be safe on the road. So that's what I was thinking. The one upper. Yeah, it was really bad. So I think that that's where Rosie is. I think that she thinks, if she has this, that, and a third, then, whatever. And then being on the internet, everybody struggles with a little bit of mental, you know what I mean? Like I truly believe everyone needs a therapist. I think everyone needs to have a therapist to talk things out. Like you have your best friend and you have your spouse and all that, but you like sometimes you need to vent about them. You know what I mean? So I think it's healthy. So, getting on the internet and, people being keyboard warriors and just being like, trauma dumpers, she just fell into that hole. No, Krista, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Hi, quality control. Welcome in. So she's just a mess. And now but she has agoraphobia, right? So she can't leave the house. That's what she tells everyone. She can't leave the house because she's scared to death. Then she started using ice as an excuse. Like, dude, you're a 550-pound white woman living in Florida. I'm not doxing her, everybody knows. You're living in Florida. ICE is not going to come up to you and capture you, okay? Cut it the frig out. You just want the buzzwords, you want the hot topics, so stop it. You're actually saying that you will not leave the house because of that. Get the frig away from me. I hope you're cooking something good, taters. It was just ridiculous. Then, oh, it's you, Burke. Hi, Burke. Again, hello. So, now she finds like an online romance, right? And within a month, he buys her tickets to fly her from Florida to Texas. Again, not doxing. This is all public information out of her mouth. What happened to your agoraphobia? And how are you going into the airport when now the airports have the, ICE agents in them, right? You don't have the fear now? It went away? It saved it cured itself? How does this happen? So she's over there in Texas with the boyfriend who's like 10 years younger than him. No, age doesn't matter, but you just got to know. It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, attention. Stephanie, I'm telling you. Like, you and ladies should know. You should, like, you guys should peek in on what we do when we're not here at Caturday. But you have kids and you're buying a house, and I get it. You got like real life stuff happening, and you're interested in real life stuff. I get it. But sometimes you just need like a little something nuts to, like, I shouldn't say nuts, but something wild to take to take you away from real life stuff. Luke, where have you been? Absolutely did not. You are a very white man. That did not happen, Luke. She's definitely not. She's not emotionally or mentally matured at all. It's just when maybe I should stop following the Warren Storm. Well, you would have less agita probably. I mean, I keep my eye on what's going on over there. Don't get me wrong, but for the most part, I get lost in my stories because work is crazy. You know? Being an adult is hard nowadays. So watching people that are just like, I don't know, it's my story. It's like reality TV. I no longer watch The Housewives. I'm watching YouTube. And it's like, I was told by a big creator one time that watching these stories is like watching your reality TV, but you can actually interact with the character that you're watching because you can go into their chat and talk to them. Da-da-da-da-da, but you can't say nothing bad about Rosie because her mods will block you or she'll block you for good. So you can't do that. She's too touchy, right? She's just too sensitive. Um, so that's what it is. This is my story. Now the mom's back in town. Her parents live in Norway. I'm going off on this, right? Rosie tangent. Her parents live in Norway. Yeah, I don't watch the TV. I don't watch TV at all. Um, her mom just came back after it's been like almost close to a year. I think I could be wrong. I'm not sure. But the mom just came back. They're hoarders. Their house is a hoarding situation. She hoards food. It's this whole big thing. The mom comes back. She's friggin' and she cleans the kitchen because she's a disgusting slob. Because obviously, you can't be a girl without having a mess. Um, The mom's in the kitchen, like, watching over her cook, and I think she just wants to be, like, she hasn't seen her in a while, and she just wants time, and I think she thinks it's kinda cool she's live on, whatever. And the mom keeps taking every dish that she uses, and she washes it up real quick and all that, and thank you, mama, for closing the cabinet door, because that drives me wild, but she's making her mom cry. She's making her mom cry. You just had a nightmare about your old jobbing demands. Steven, it's my job is crazy. And I have, well, I don't, this is all this, I have to keep you guys to be continued with the new addition to my desk. Even with AC, I don't know how Roz survives in Florida summer. Well, she doesn't go outside. She stays in the house with the fans blowing on her. And she goes outside into the pool because she can't wait for pool season. And you're like, what are you doing? You just ate 5,000 calories, and all you're doing is using your boobs as buoys, and you're just like floating in the pool. Like, you're not doing anything. So, the first time she cried when she came back, the first, like, when the first live that she was on, they were talking about moms, and it triggered Rosie's mom into thinking about her mom she lost, and how, like, just talking about that and the loss of her mom. And I think it's like maybe an anniversary or a birthday coming up, so she's been thinking about her mother, like, so it triggered it into crying. And then, of course, Rosie wants to manipulate, because the chat is now, that doesn't move, is now, talking about it. So she wants to, like, turn the storyline onto herself. And then last night she was getting emotional because the mom was saying, like, I don't, like, talking about how she mothered Rosie and all this stuff. And I was just like, I gotta bounce. This poor woman is being manipulated by her mother. Pool season sucks. We have to care. I know. For good. Yeah. Luke, put it in a cart and pull it. She's zero empathy for her. Well, that's kind of like what we're doing. Like, these people are like, they may not be, headline news, but they're complete disasters. It's crazy. I really want Netflix to come in and specifically look into Girl World. Like, and not just like the three girls. Like, look at the creators around them, like the reaction channels that are just like really hateful. Why do you gotta be so hateful? Like, why can't you be like, why can't we have more channels like Aren't You Exhausted, where, there's like snide remarks and like some zingers and stuff like that, but it's funny. She makes it funny. Rest in mummery. Edna, I love that you will continue to use that word for forever. Rest in mummery. Yeah. She's ridiculous. She just wants she wants all of the attention, and she's a manipulator and turns all of it into herself. The more I talk, the more I wonder, why are we watching this shit? But I can't stop. It's like the damn gummy bears. Once I open the bag, I can't stop, which I don't buy anymore because I know that I found out what a trigger food is, and I identified my trigger foods. I can't eat hard pretzels, and I can't eat gummy bears. Otherwise, I'm going to spiral into like not stopping. So I just can't buy them anymore. So I learned that. I heard that he did, Krista. I heard like, I heard, like, because I'm listening to the story. I like, how can I not follow that story, right? Like, I mean, come on. Not surprised, but I heard that that's kind of what he wanted to do, and I'm just like, how are people doing this? And why are you doing it for these people? Because they're gross too. Morbid curiosity. Thank you, Jarella. That's perfect. It's morbid curiosity. And I learned a lot. You know what I mean? I learned that you can buy MSG, and I learned what a trigger food is, and I identified my own trigger food. You like pretzel stuffed with peanut butter? So, Ocean, before I got, and I don't know if there's a correlation or not, but when I was anemic before the doctor, like we did the blood work to find out what the hell was wrong with me, I would get the big, like containers of snaps, Snyder's, the pretzel Snyder's, the snaps, like the one that looks like little waffles. I would get them and I would put them in baggies and I'd just be snacking on them. And when I tell you I did not stop, I did not stop. I was getting it was like every 2, 3 weeks I was buying another container. It was horrible. It was horrible. So I don't know what that was about. So I can't, I like, as much as I would love to have like a hard pretzel, I can't. I'm afraid that I'm going to go back down that road again. I can't. So I stay away from 'em. And the gummy bears. We all know my love for gummy bears. I still have that love. Every time I'm in the grocery store, I see the bag and I'm like, no, Kim, don't do it. Don't do it. And I know it's about moderation. However, in the moderation, then I'm gonna want to go and get another bag that, and then the Wawa's right across the street, and I know they sell them, so I go over there at lunchtime and just I'll have a bag. So I'm not doing it. So I learned it's human nature. We always rub our neck. A shit show. Yep. You scan all your neighbor. Yeah. Val, we were talking about that earlier. I'm on a macros app, and yeah, Andre, the Albanese brand, the white with the red label, you'll never have another gummy bear like it. I mean, there's literally not any gummy bear on earth that is better than that one. I just can't. I can't do it. Maybe like, when I'm a little bit stronger and as a treat, but I'm afraid that it's just gonna send me off onto like, I think about them now, but when they're it just no, I can't. I haven't it's what it is. It is what it is, you know? There we go. So I did learn some things in Girl World and I met some cool people. Unfortunately, I got some people involved in it, like Ocean. She didn't want it. She doesn't understand why she's here, but she's here now. Thank you, Steven. I'm feeling it. I mean, like the numbers going down slow, but the clothes I was saying it earlier, I have to buy some new scrubs. If I had Bucky's across the street from me, yes. That's what I'm saying. Same. Bucky's is a really awesome place. Their Fruity Pebble marshmallow treats, I couldn't I've made them at home, and Bucky's for some reason taste better than the homemade ones. I would. I just know where the snacks are, and I'm just not doing it. Like you gotta have willpower. We have free will. We gotta have willpower too. No, Chris, I'm not a nurse. I work in dental. I'm an office dental manager. A dental office manager. What else? Too much coffee. I have to wear scrubs to work for that job. You guys have what is you have different peanut butter than we do? What? You don't have like Skippy and Jif? We're a we're a Skippy natural household here. 10 minutes from you and you don't go? Ugh, the Bucky nuggets are good too. Yeah, they're good. I don't like their like turkey or brisket sandwich. I don't like that like carving station that they have. I'm more into like the home good area, the Fruity Pebbles on the way out area. I didn't care for like their jerky, but the nuggets are good. Those nuggets are good. I don't like their fudge. Like there's a lot of things that I didn't like. I didn't try the actual deli counter where they have like the rotisserie chicken and stuff. I didn't do that. But, Mr. Kazi loves the coffee bar. There's a zillion flavors you can make. Like, any flavor you want. And I will tell you this, if I had to nap in if like my choice was I had no choice and I had to sleep in a bathroom stall, I would 1000% take Bucky's. That that bathroom in there, there's so many stalls and they're so big. I guess because people are on the road and they need room to change and stuff. Huge stalls, immaculate bathrooms, like just unbelievably clean restrooms, public restrooms. I love Bucky's. We go to the one in Florence. When we head down to Florida, we stop off in Florence. There's one there. I heard eating plain gelatin before meals helps. We are eliminating plastics in our house. Nico is doing an excellent job on her kitchen. Oh, is she? Well, I didn't see Nico, so tell her I said hello. Is she listening? Hi, Nico. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I was thinking. You know what I was thinking about Nico this week? We can get Jif, but it's too hard to find. Really, Burke? Oh, for everything at Bucky's. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good spot. It's a good spot. They have a great plate. They're huge. Like how many gas pumps do they have? It's incredible. That store is really I 10 out of 10 recommend. If you're blowing by one, stop. And you get like I get the concept too. They have like the sporting section for the men to entertain them, and then they have the home goods section for the women, and then they have like their little tiny grocery store slash convenience store items that you can get if you're camping and you need to stock up. But then they also have like good sandwiches, quality stuff. Rather than the 7-Eleven crap that they have, but it gives you a chance to get out, stretch your legs, move around, and it's genius because women want like home good stuff. So they'll pick up this or that, and the men are in the sporting section. They're like, hey, I need a good pair of camo pants. So they got everything. It's genius. It's a genius store. They have like 100 pounds, yeah. It's not in every store where I am either. Kraft pretty much has the market. Well, I tell you, I'd send you peanut butter and you send me maple syrup, but I'm allergic to maple syrup. So there goes that. But Burke, if you ever want me to send you some Jif or some Skippy natural creamy peanut butter, you just use the get gas and use the restroom. I do, and Sodies. I do like walking around because when you're in the car for so long, you just walk around and browse and da da da. For one, like I was going to, I told Mr. Kazi, I'm like, we're coming back here because I saw this big like this the be still and back, but it was like long as a rectangle and it had like a beautiful like quote on it and I loved it. It's $100. I was on vacation. I'm going to spend a couple of bucks on vacation. I didn't think $100 was out of it was I think it was a reasonable price. I said, when we come back, I'm getting that. He's like, where are we going to put it? We got all our stuff. I said, I already have it laid out in my head. Don't worry about it. We got this. When we come back on the way home, I'm going to come in here and get it. Didn't they sold out of it? I should have. It was like a Home Goods. You see something, get it. I could have been lugging that thing all around. It could be hanging on my wall for years. Skippy's really good. When I lived in Philly, there was a Wawa in my apartment building. It was in your apartment building. Where were you in Center City? And you said when you lived there, so you're not doxing yourself now. But where in Philly was that? Because I can imagine one would be in like Center City, like down there in like the 18s and Walnuts or something like that. You prefer Jif. Love Bucky's. Skippy is good. I'm not a big Mr. Kazi. I gotta get the big jar. I gotta get the big jar. So when he gets halfway down his container, he starts to panic. I gotta get a new one. We need a backup. And I understand, because that's how I am on a lot of things. Start to get down on something, gotta back it up. So I just picked up another one. Um, I was a Jif person until I tried the Skippy Natural. That's a good peanut butter. It is a good peanut butter. But I'm not a big, like, I'll eat chocolate and peanut butter, but I'm not a big, like, fan. Speaking of which, I got the Quest peanut butter cups on the way. Okay. I don't know where they're coming from. Franklin Town Boulevard. Um, Skippy Natural Super Chunk. I don't like a chunky peanut butter. I almost got that by accident yesterday when I was in the store. I said, oh my God, I almost bought him chunky. So, but anyway, I got the Quest peanut butter box. Now I have to figure. I got my Dutch Wagon chocolate, melting chocolates, right? Because they have quality chocolate. I have the PB powder, the protein peanut butter powder. I gotta figure out how to make these freaking protein peanut butter cups. Gotta figure it out. I got all my little. I have like tons of baking stuff, like the cupcake wrappers and all that. I probably need to re up on them soon. Um, So I got to figure out how to make these peanut butter cups because now that's my thing. I found the Quest. They're like very low in sugar. Like they're like very, very, very small grams in sugar. My cousin makes fried peanut butter and jelly. I heard about the fried peanut butter and jelly. I think they have. So it's like that's all the rage. Like the fried Oreos. I don't understand fried Oreos, but what else? Way out of serving a peanut butter and see. I know. I don't usually eat peanut butter. Not a big PB fan. My girlfriend is a professional bodybuilder, like legitimately award-winning bodybuilder. She used to do my hair and then she switched to bodybuilding. I did not approve of that because, I had to find someone else. But she went she is vegetarian and then they went vegan, right? So she was telling me that like a protein source was her peanut butter. And then she got pissed off because it was too many calories when she started doing the bodybuilding because they like really put themselves through it. I mean, she's when she's not like toning, like, posing and stuff like that, you wouldn't know that she's as uh muscly as she is. It's amazing to see what that I mean, it's just amazing. I don't like that fake tan they do. Like, that's annoying. Like, why do you gotta tan yourself up? But then I know it shows you, like, what are they called? You know what I'm talking about. It shows, like, that's why they tan. However, darn, girl. Like, she's gotta use, like, 6 layers of it. I love your cousin. Fries. Butter at the state is iconic. You can't just turn vegan. Luke, I am very happy to see you because we haven't seen you in a year. However, don't come in here and start your shit. In this day and age, you can be anything that you want to be, whenever you want to be. Anyway, listen, I got to get off here because Mr. Kazi is doing some OT. Um, I love that we were back in the bedroom and that I wasn't cooking, but I do like cooking with you guys. Um, so babies can't be vegan. Anyway, there is no royal news with the Kate and the William because they're on spring break with the kiddies. So there's real no outings or anything like that. But Queen Elizabeth's exhibition is open to the public over there in the Buckingham Palace. And I would do anything to be going over there. However, there's a lot of stuff happening in the Londons. It's becoming a very, very sketchy town. They're There's a lot of stuff going on. Okay. So, anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I did have a fun stream. I liked it. It was fun. Welcome in to everyone. Krista, thank you for coming and joining us. Stephen, give Nico a hug for us. And Krista, we're here every Saturday. So stop back. All right, you guys, have a great weekend. I will I'll see you over there, aren't you, exhausted, or who's ever talking about the new stuff that's going down? Because you know I'm being nosy and I'm listening to all that stuff. Ha ha! Harry's getting sued. Yes, we'll figure that all out. But see you guys soon. Bye.